Traveling to Disney World with the baby can be magical, but it definitely takes some careful planning. And if not planned out the right way, it can be a little bit more overwhelming. So that is where I come in to help you prepare for your upcoming trip traveling to Disney World with your baby. I have created a comprehensive packing guide to ensure you have everything you need for a smooth and enjoyable trip, not just for the baby, but also for everyone in the family that's going to be there as well. Hello, Disney lovers, and welcome to our world of Disney. Today, I'm going to be sharing a baby essentials packing list for you guys. If you are new here, my name is Heaven, and our family of four, myself, my husband CJ, my 5-year-old son Noah, as well as my 6-month-old baby girl Nevaeh, we travel to Disney World often throughout the year, and we take you guys along with us, sharing anything that we think is helpful, all of the tips and tricks and hacks for traveling to Disney World with the family, especially with little ones. If you are new here, I would love for you to join our Disney loving family. But for today, let's go ahead and dive into the video. And if you hear anything that you think is helpful and that you like, I hope that you would give this video a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it, and it definitely helps me so much to reach other families and be able to help them as well. So I am going to be using my Ultimate Disney Packing Guide for Babies here that I printed off. And if you would like to print it off as well, make sure you subscribe to my newsletter down below in the description box, where you can get a copy of the Ultimate Disney Packing Guide for Babies, as well as any other Disney packing guides and any of the other park templates that I think will be helpful for you and your family, completely free. Today I am sharing the Ultimate Disney Packing Guide for Babies. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So of course we're going to start with the clothing, the basics and everything like that. Basically, you just need to have multiple different options throughout not just the week that you're going to be there, but throughout the day. So you're going to want to have plenty of onesies, and these are going to be perfect for sleeping in because it's just one piece as opposed to having top and bottom, so it saves on some packing room inside of your suitcase or your carry-on. So a few different onesies depending on how long you are going to be there. It's going to be key and essential for using throughout, the park days, throughout the weeks, to have extra in case there are any accidents or spills inside of your diaper bag, but for also for them to sleep in. And they're most comfortable for our babies depending on the weather. You're going to either have short sleeve or footed onesies. I say pack both, just depending on which, what weather it's going to be at the time of being there. So make sure you have onesies or rompers. That's enough for each day. But aside from that, I always like to start with my park specific outfits. So I look at every park that we're going to be going to at Disney World, and I just pick an outfit that's going to be themed to that park for my baby or for, my little one. And that's what I start with. So first I pick all of my park outfits, and then based on all of the park outfits, I like to put one extra outfit in the diaper bag that never leaves the diaper bag unless we use it for accidents or to have a spare outfit. And then I leave it in there, forget about it. But also, for each day that I have a park specific outfit, I also pack one more extra outfit for that day. One, depending on what the weather is going to be, in case it gets cooler in the night, which it typically does, but also in case she has any accidents or spills. So for instance, if she's going to be wearing a Disney dress that day, I might also pack her an extra sleeveless onesie, as well as an extra long sleeved onesie, and then a pair of shorts or pants depending on the weather. Or you could, even if you prefer to not have to have an extra outfit every single day, you can pack inside of your park bag one short sleeve onesie and one like full coverall onesie. And those two items never leave the diaper bag unless you use it. And that'll be like your always go-to option. And then your park specific outfit, as well as a spare in case you just want to have one more really cute one. So all of the things to consider when you're packing, I start by picking the park outfits themed for every park, and then pack one extra outfit to go with each one. So that way you have those outfits packed for the day. So then you want to look at, after the park days, your non-park days, see like what you're going to be doing. If you're going to just be inside of the resort, those onesies are going to just be perfect for that. But if you're also going to be like going places, consider where you're going to be going and pack an outfit for that day as well. So I feel like the packing of the clothes might be straightforward, but if you need extras for that, see my baby diaper bag packing essentials, or you can see our last Disney pack with me video where I actually packed all of the items that I'm going to be sharing today for our 2-week trip to Disney World with our 3-month-old. All of the clothing and outfits and specifics and everything with an extra and layers and things like that are what you're going to be packing for Disney World. You're also going to want to make sure that you consider any type of like extracurricular. So if you're going to be doing swimming, you're going to want to pack their swimsuits. You're also going to want to have a swim diaper. I just say get a reusable one. It's easier, it's lighter to pack than having multiple disposable swim diapers. They're much more comfy, and I think that they work better in my opinion. So swimsuit and swim diaper, as well as some swim shoes or booties for their feet to protect them from the sun and everything. And they're super cute, but also a little sun hat. If it's going to be colder, you're going to want to pack a warm like knit hat or something to keep their head and ears cold, as well as some socks to keep their feet warm. And if they're in the walking stages, you want to make sure you also pack them a couple pairs of shoes, maybe one pair of sandals, and then one pair of like booties or sneakers or whatever type of shoes they're wearing. Onesies and rompers, enough for each day, plus accidents, as well as their Disney park themed outfits, weather appropriate layers, socks, comfortable shoes, booties, or sandals, depending on if they are walking, sun hats, sunglasses, or warm knit hats and things like that. So any type of hat they're going to be needing for the weather, as well as their swimsuit and their swim diapers. So that's pretty much like majority all of the type of clothing you're going to be needing to pack for your babies if you're going to Disney World. Now let's move on to feeding supplies. So for feeding, it's going to depend on if you're a breastfeeding mom or if you are feeding your baby formula or if you are a pumping mom. All of the things, you're going to want to make sure that you have anything that you need for that reason. So when packing your bottles or your bottle nipples and things, make sure that you pack covers for these, and also make sure that you pack a small like soft cooler. You can't carry the hard coolers to Disney World, but you're going to want to have a soft cooler to keep all of your pumped milk or all of your bottles, water, baby food pouches, any of that type of stuff. You're going to want to keep it cool, so make sure you carry a soft cooler as well as an ice pack inside of the soft cooler, extra bottles or nipples, however many you might need. You're going to want to pack this not just for the parks but also for the room. Have a couple of them, and then you may even pack a portable little bottle cleaning rack to just, set your bottles and nipples and all the things on inside of the resort when they are drying, as well as some baby dish detergent. You can choose to either pack a small little 3 ounces of this, or you can choose to wait until you get into the resort and go out and purchase it, or have it delivered to your resort from like a delivery app like Walmart or Amazon. So bottles, nipples, and everything to clean it with, sanitizers and disinfectants for all of that stuff basically. Next, if you are going to be preparing your baby's food in the room like we do, we tend to make homemade baby food, maybe consider packing a small, if there isn't a blender inside of the room, which we typically stay at resorts that have a blender, you might actually want to consider packing a small little portable baby food processor, something that's going to make those baby food purees for your baby so that you can have fresh food available to be able to make for your little one in the room. And make sure you are packing like the little bowls that has like the lid on it, as well as anything to store the food inside of the fridge. If you are going to be pumping while you are there, pump parts and anything that you need to clean it, as well as a little bag to carry it if you're going to be carrying it inside of the parks, as well as any type of bottle warmer that you need. You can go with a portable like Tommy Tippy one, or you can go with one that you plug in and keep it at the resort. However you want to go about that, make sure you pack your bottle warmer, and then make sure you are packing enough formula to get you from home or on the road trip or on the airplane all the way to your resort. And I highly recommend packing enough just in case for any reason you get there and maybe you ordered some formula and your delivery is delayed and you can't get your baby formula. You do not want to run into that problem. Or maybe you get there and they do not have the formula that you need close by, so now you got to figure out how to go and find the formula that you need. So do your research, make sure that you have access to formula when you get there, but pack enough just in case for any reason you can't get to it, you have some and enough to get to your baby until you can get more. Any type of baby food like teething snacks or any type of like snacks they just like to eat on the go, make sure you are packing that as well as plenty of bibs and burp cloths. If you have a washer and dryer inside of the room, then you can pack a little bit lighter on these things, but definitely gonna need bibs and burp cloths, so do not forget those. I like to pack plenty and have more than enough and be sorry that I didn't have enough. even if you breastfeed like on demand where you don't have to pack like bottles and things like that, if your little one is old enough to drink like water, make sure you are packing them a nice like insulated water sippy cup or bottle so that they will also have access to water throughout the day. If they're still like in the earlier ages, you can just breastfeed them, make sure that they're not getting dehydrated, but you just want to make sure that you're considering like your milk supply when you get there, because with it being really, really hot, they might need to breastfeed a little bit more and they might need more fluids to not become dehydrated. So either consider pumping in the resort and taking that with you so that you have plenty to supplement your, your milk flow, your milk supply if you have to pump a few days before, because they just might increase in the amount of breastfeeding sessions they want to have depending on if they are becoming dehydrated. So all of that is something to consider. And then for the room that you're going to be staying in the hotel or resort, if you feed your little one like spoon feed or baby led weaning, consider packing a portable high chair, like one that you can just fold up and easily like slide inside of your suitcase, or they even have some they can just like attach to a chair. Anything that's going to make feeding easier if needed. So those are all of the things like that you're going to want to pack surrounding like feeding, as well as like their spoons, their bowls, and cleaning everything and all of that good stuff. So now let's move on to diapering supplies. So for diapering supplies, when you're on the go, obviously you're going to need your diaper bag, as well as a disposable or reusable, easy to clean changing table cover. I like the Munchkin portable diaper cover that I shared in my diaper bag video, as well as my packing video where I showed you guys. It's like a little Munchkin portable diaper mat that folds out with a little cushiony pillow, as well as pockets to store the diapers and the wipes in. That's easy, like on the go. You hang it on the stroller so that you don't have to be like carrying a whole diaper bag if you need to quickly change your little one. So I really, really highly recommend that one for diapering supplies like on the go. But as far as diapers, pack enough for your travel day, as well as a little extra in case you can't get to any diapers the same day. You don't want to run out, so pack enough for your travel day and maybe the next day, and then have more diapers either delivered to the resort using a delivery app, or if you have a rental car, you can just go out and go purchase more diapers, because you're going to need a ton of diapers. You're just going to need more than what you typically think you're going to need. That's just always the way to think about it, as well as wipes, and they can take up a ton of space inside of your suitcases. So pack enough for the travel day and then the day after, and then make sure that you have some more being delivered to your room. As far as like diaper cream and ointments, even if you don't use things like cornstarch baby powder or diaper cream spray and things like that, I recommend considering it for your traveling trip, because if you're going to be in the heat, they might sweat a little bit more, and their body, they're just not used to a lot of like the things that happen when you change up the environment. So the powder or the cornstarch, which is more natural than baby powder, it's going to help for like when they might be a little bit sweaty. You don't want them to have any diaper rash. But then also the diaper rash cream, I recommend the spray on one, not the one that you have to like use your hands for, because you might not always have access to hand washing stations. So a spray on diaper cream is going to be your friend, as well as like a small little cornstarch baby powder to keep your baby like free from like diaper rashes or any type of like body rashes if they're going to be sweating, and if you're going to have them in the heat, which of course we'll get into like the baby gear as far as like stroller fans and things like that. You're going to want to have for changing, as well as like their changing pad, which I mentioned. I highly recommend that portable changing pad. And then make sure you don't forget your disposable diaper bags. This is something that a lot of people often forget. You're going to have disposable diaper bags so that if you're somewhere where you do not have a trash can, for one, you can dispose of them in a little baggie, tie it up, and just keep it in your diaper bag until you get to a trash can without it being messy or you having to smell it. But also, you don't want to smell at the parks or the baby care centers with your baby's diapers. So just take disposable diaper baggies to dispose of your baby's diapers. All of the things that you're going to be needing for diapering supplies. Now really quick, back to the feeding supplies, I forgot to mention another really good thing to have. So I did mention like the water bottles, but if you're going to be placing an order, also don't forget the infant waters. You're going to want to have some of those. You can get like the small, like little bottled waters, pack a few of those, and then when you get to the resort, have some infant waters delivered. Again, this is for you if your baby is going to be old enough to drink water, or if you are making homemade purees. If you're not making homemade purees and your baby isn't old enough to drink water, completely ignore that. I wanted to mention that infant water, if that's something that you normally use on a daily basis at home, it's another thing that you're going to want to consider packing to have enough for the day and then having some delivered to your resort or hotel. Next, let's talk about baby gear. These are baby gear things that you're going to want to have at the resort as well as for the parks. So decide if you're going to want to carry a stroller, decide the best stroller that's going to be best for you. I highly recommend the Evenflo stroller that has a full recline as well as the bassinet. It's a lot more affordable than like Mockingbird and Juvie Cabana, but it's still a good luxury and easy maneuvering, comfortable, all of the things that you look for in a stroller. It's a little bit bigger than an umbrella stroller. I just personally don't think the umbrella strollers will do it inside of the parks if you're going to be there all day long. You're going to want something a lot more comfortable and to carry all of the things that you have. So I highly recommend the Evenflo, but another one, if you don't want to go with Evenflo, you can try the Graco. Graco have some good brown ones. They typically have the really large baskets if you're going to have a lot of bags. Figure out which stroller you are going to go with, one particularly that's comfortable, has good sunshade, and folds down easily. Just decide what factors when it comes to strollers is most important for your family. If your little one likes to still be carried, make sure you pack your baby carrier or your baby sling or wrap. I know toddlers, you can sometimes put the little sling around your body and just set them on your hip, but the sling kind of supports them so that you're not having to carry all of the weight on your own. For newborns, a comfortable baby wrap like the Mom Cozy mesh material one is going to be your friend. Nice and stretchy, airy with holes in it. That's going to be nice and fitting for them. Like, there's so many good carriers, so pack your favorite one that you and your baby love the most. Is going to be so helpful, not just for the parks, but also for the airplane, for getting through the airport so that your hands are free, even for restaurants and just crowded areas in general. Next, if you are taking a stroller, you have your stroller rain covers and sunshades, as well as any type of like fans that you're going to want to attach. So consider all of the weather elements. Stroller clips are great to hold like a blanket so that it doesn't fall on the ground when it's a little bit cooler at night and you want to cover your little one up with a blanket so they don't kick it off. So stroller clips, stroller fans for if it's hotter in the day, sunshades or visors. They even have like the little umbrellas that you can clip to the stroller. The clippable umbrellas are helpful for you. If you're pushing the stroller and it begins to rain and you need to cover your head, but also you can try that for some sunshade if the stroller that you have does not provide an adequate amount of sunshade. And then the rain cover, if you know it's going to rain and it hasn't rained yet, you're going to want to cover your stroller up with the rain cover if you're expecting rain and you're parking your stroller somewhere to leave it. But also if it does rain, you do not want to be in the parks with a newborn or a baby or a little one in a downpour with your baby in a stroller and no stroller cover. So that is extremely important. Another item on the baby gear list, this one is more so for like resorts, is a portable white noise machine or humidifier. If your little one likes to have some white noise, which most of them do, and I know my baby does, it helps to be able to still move around the room without waking them up during nap time. It gives them a sense of relaxation. A portable noise machine is going to be your friend inside of the resorts for nap time and bedtime. And then the humidifier, just because you're not really sure of how humid it's going to be, it's probably going to be very humid in Florida. Some resorts have built-in humidifiers inside of their, air conditioning system, but some do not, and it can get a little stuffy, and your little one might be crying, and you have no idea why, and all the while it was because they just feel a little bit stuffy, and that humidifier is going to be your friend, or dehumidifier for that reason, not humidifier, dehumidifier, sorry. Another thing that you're going to need inside of the resort is, if you want to, you can pack a pack and play. If they do not provide it at the resort, like if your little one likes to sleep in a pack and play, then pack one. If you co-sleep, maybe consider packing their like little bassinet Snuggle Me lounger. That's what we did. We carried our baby lounger. We put it inside of a vacuum sealed bag, got all of the air out of it, got it really, really, really flat, and it fit easily inside of our suitcase. And then just make sure you pack the pump that comes with the vacuum seal bag so that coming back home, you'll be able to pack it back inside of that bag and vacuum or pump all of the air out of it, get it nice and flat as well. So that's really great if you are going to be packing any type of like bassinet like lounger, like the Snuggle Me lounger that your little one might like. Consider if your little one has like a sit me up chair that you might want to pack, anything like inside the room, like feeding chairs or bassinets, loungers, pack and play, things like that that your little one typically uses on a daily basis. Make sure you find the most portable and best way to pack that as well. For us, we did it's like a Disney baby, like foldable sit me up chair that you can just carry around. We packed that as well as the Snuggle Me lounger, and we also packed a portable baby bath. So you can either go with the one that you just sat inside of a sink, like they have like the soft flower petals, you set them in the sink. I typically don't go that way. For me, it's not very sanitary, but you can go with like a inflatable baby bath that you just either blow it up or pump some air inside of it, and it'll just fit right perfectly either inside of a bathtub or on a countertop or whatever, so that you can bathe your baby while you are away from home as well. Let's go over health and safety. So for one, I highly recommend you have plenty of wipes, but also first aid kits. Keep your first aid kit inside of the room, as well as any type of vitamins that you're going to be needing. So we all know typically, like when you're traveling, it's a lot easier to come into contact with germs on the airplane, inside of the parks, no matter where you go, opposed to just sitting at home. So make sure you have like any vitamins for you, your baby, your kid, everyone that's traveling. Have vitamin C, vitamin D, elderberry, zinc, any other thing. I really like this one here for myself and my husband. This is the Immune 24-hour. It has like vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, aconite, supports respiratory health, folate, B6, all of the things that you need to boost your immune system. We like this, but we also like the elderberry syrup. And then we also, for my son, pack his Picky Eater multivitamins, his Mega Food vitamins, some vitamin C and elderberry. And you can also pack some for your baby as well, the liquid drops of vitamin C or D or elderberry as well. So just making sure everyone is healthy, as well as first aid kits that has like an emergency pain reliever, thermometer in case they get a fever, bandages, alcohol wipes. I even like to pack like an allergy cream because you never know if there's something that away that might become allergic to, as well as eye drops, because if you are somewhere like on the beach and they get sand in their eye, you're gonna want to quickly clean their eye out. And you might not have time to run way back to the resort to be able to rinse their eye out. You definitely don't want to rinse their eye out with the, ocean water. So I like to also keep eye drops just in case they touch their eyes with nasty hands and it becomes irritated, or they get sand in their eye or soap in their eye or anything. This is just something that a lot of people might forget. And then if your little one is prone to motion sickness on the airplane or the rides at the parks, you also want to make sure you pack some kid Dramamine as well. If they're teething, any type of things they need for teething, all of that stuff you're going to want to pack aside of your first aid kits. Sunscreen for the whole family is going to be important. The spray-on or the roll-on one is a lot easier than the one you have to squeeze out. Baby safe insect repellent, depending on where you're going to be. If you're going to be just around the Disney Resort area, then this is not something you're going to want to have. But if you're planning a beach trip as well within your Florida stay, like if you're planning on taking that hour drive and you're going to Cocoa Beach or anywhere, definitely consider the insect repellent. Hand sanitizer, disinfectants for the room to be able to disinfect the surfaces, spray it down. We're super tedious with that type of stuff. So have all of that stuff, antibacterial wipes. We always like to have hand soaps and all of that stuff delivered to the room. And if you have a washer and dryer there inside the room, you're also going to want to, you can either pack the laundry sheets. They are so easy to pack, a lot easier than going out to the store or having like a gallon of liquid laundry detergent or pods delivered. Just pack a small 50 pack of laundry sheets. They are so thin and they work very easily. And if you're going to be washing your baby clothes, make sure you have baby safe detergent as well. If you are going to be packing a pack and play, make sure you pack and play sheets. Also, if you're going to be using the pack and play that the resort provides, you're still going to want to pack a pack and play or bassinet sheet to be able to put down, or any type of bedding that they're going to be needing. Next, let's get into entertainment and comfort. So this is just anything to keep your little ones busy, to keep them entertained when you're not at the parks. Favorite toys or stuffed animals, their favorite teething toys. You can do books or soft activities, play mats, coloring books, baby rattles if you have an older one, like just puzzles, anything to keep them busy. All of these like specifics I share in my pack with me video, so I highly recommend you check that one out. I have a ton of different options, ideas, and things like that for you guys over there. But another thing that I really like to pack for entertainment is like a play mat. So if you're going to the parks and you want to sit on the hub grass, or if you're waiting for fireworks, pack a play mat for them to just sit on, where you don't have to sit on the ground, but they have somewhere to actually, play when, you just need to keep them busy. Another thing that I think is really helpful for having inside of the room, and this is just like other things that I didn't mention for the resort room, are door fasteners and baby monitors. So a baby monitor, if you have a baby and you need to go take a shower or anything, or your little one sleeps inside a separate room, you're going to want to have a baby monitor, especially if you use one at home. It'll give you a peace of mind when you're at the resort. But also the door locks, like the travel door locks, basically they're these locks you can insert under your hotel door room and tighten it up really good to where it locks up against the door so that your little ones cannot escape out the room, but also so no one can just barge in on you and come inside of your room, like housekeeping while you're asleep or anything like that. So this gives me more peace of mind as well. And then if you don't want to turn on the light in the middle of the night to change your baby diaper, consider a night light so that you're not waking up the baby fully to change the diaper, or waking up anyone else to, tend to them in the middle of the night when they wake up, like babies tend to do. And then also recommend packing a separate like park bag, separate from your normal travel diaper bag and things like that. So all of those things are pretty much the necessities that you're going to be needing when you are packing for just your baby. This doesn't begin to get into things that you need to pack for your toddlers or your children or yourself or your spouse, but just for the baby alone. So much can go into packing, and you want to make sure that you are considering all these things and planning it out so that you have the most efficient and fun and smooth trip for the entire family. I know there's a lot of things. It can be difficult to travel light, so just make sure you are utilizing those delivery apps and anything that you don't necessarily have to pack. Like, you don't have to necessarily pack things like toothpaste, body wash, lotion. All of these things you can get delivered to the room once you get there. That's how we save on space, because we typically know that those things tend to take up a lot of space. Any way that you can like make your packing a little bit lighter, diapers and wipes, anything that you can have delivered to the resort, definitely utilize the delivery services like Walmart and Amazon. We always rent a car, so the first order of business after we land is we go to Walmart, purchase all the things we're going to need in our room, as well as sanitizers, hand soaps, toiletries, anything, snacks, foods, all that stuff. And then we go grab food and head to the resort and check in. So I hope that this guide has provided you everything that generally you're going to need, a little checklist for you to make your trip to Disney World with your baby a little bit more stress-free. Let me know down below if there was something that I mentioned that you know for sure you were going to forget if I didn't mention it. And if there is something that I forgot, let me know down below as well. Maybe it's something that I never considered packing for my little one that I would love to know as well. And then don't forget, if you would like the printable version of this baby packing checklist just to always have so that you do not forget, it's completely free. All you have to do is just subscribe to our newsletter to be able to access this packing guide as well as other helpful resources and things for traveling to Disney World with the family. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be helpful. Don't forget to check out my Disney Pack With Me videos as well as what's in my baby's diaper bag and the future stroller setups, as well as the one that I shared last week. Lots of helpful stuff here for traveling with a family, as well as more coming up. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and that's going to be all for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.